Hey guys, welcome to Quinn's Tree Farm. Coming to you straight through the power of YouTube right from Cornville, Maine. Today it's hot and humid out. It's gonna be like 95 degrees or something like that, even though it's been raining and humid and yucky for the entire month of June and early July. Today seems like it's gonna be an inside day, at least during the height of the day. Today is July 6, 2023. We closed on this property 2 years ago today, so I thought it would be a great time to go around and show everybody what is up. So stick around and let's go take a look.
This is Gold Leader. We're starting our attack run.
You saw that I got a new drone. That is a DJI Avata FPV drone, and it's going to become very helpful in some of my filmmaking and other things. It's one of those ones that you put goggles on and you can fly through buildings and you can do all kinds of like more like fighter pilot type flying, as opposed to the cinematic drone style of the Mavic Air 2. It's a very fun tool, as I tell my wife, and kind of maybe a little bit of a toy. It's pretty cool. Brought you out in the field. I wanted to show you a couple of things. You can really smell today. You can smell that Korean fir, and I wanted to show you a couple of the exotics that we planted this year. So these are our Korean balsam crosses, and the goal is, I really like the Korean firs, but they get the wonky top and they're a little bit difficult to grow. So it was suggested that we try Korean balsam crosses. I got 100 of those. We'll try them out. Supposedly Koreans do much better in wet soil, and I got a couple of wet spots, and along with maybe some Canaan fir, we'll try putting the Korean crosses in those more damp areas. So this is a row of Lazio Scarpa cross Koreans, and you can see the different color is a more blue. And I got 100 of these as well. Can you see them in there? There's one. And they, I'm hoping, are going to be a wonderful tree in the future. So the Lazio is the subalpine fir or corkbark fir, and they give a really frosty look to them. I know that they've won Freiburg Fair the last couple of years. Subalpines have done very well there, and the subalpines have typically been grand champion or darn close. So imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. So if you see what works up there at LaCase Tree Farm, I suppose I'm going to bring it down to me and give it a shot. I'm really excited how these trees have grown. And these are going to be our choosing cuts this year. It's just amazing to watch how a tree goes from little to big so quickly. And you can tell where the old growth was and where the new one starts, and how much taller they are. And it's really cool. So that's pretty much Worldwide Headquarters Field in a nutshell. Let's head on over to the north and south field, and I'll share my plans for that. So this is a perfect example of sleet creep leaf. These were planted in 2021. This is the third season, and you can see how these trees are taking off. The trees in the front are MCTA balsam fir, and these trees back here are bracted balsams, which I'm quickly falling in love with. I absolutely love the color. I like the way that they grow, and I think that bracted balsam are going to be a staple of my tree field for the future. Okay, so there were about this many trees from the 3Os that I got from Lacases in 2021 that I didn't get into the ground. So these are going to end up being 3 when they go into the ground. And as you can see, they're going to be absolutely beautiful. I really like the seed stock, and those are going to take right off. I've got to say that I've had really good luck with these going into the ground, digging them up and immediately putting them back into the soil. Really quite soil that's very close to where they grew for the last 2 years, I think helps them thrive. So a little bit of extra labor saved me about $500 in this instance, but really would have cut my cost in half when it comes to seedlings. Okay, so this is the Assover tree kettle field, and these were our first plantings. We planted these in 2020. This is the 4th growing cycle. We've had some trouble in the Assover tree kettle field. It's been underwater. While many of you are complaining that you don't have any water and it hasn't rained in a long time, this year has been quite different for us, and the Assover tree kettle field has got hit hard. Now, I always knew it was kind of a damp field. There were damp spots, but this year it's just been kind of crazy to the point where I tried to do some subsoiling. I didn't videotape it. I should have, I'm sorry, but it didn't work and it made a mess, and in fact I got quite mired in the mess that I made. But as you can see, that's pretty gumpy. I ran the subsoiler down through this row and another row. The field is very flat, so that makes it difficult, but you can just tell that these trees don't particularly like that wet soil. At least some of them don't. Then others turn around and are thriving. And it's difficult. It's difficult to see your work struggle. But at the end of the day, we're gonna have more trees survive and be cut than lost. I still have a pretty good mortality rate. But yeah, what do I do there? I don't even know where to begin. Okay, let me go see if I can find this one. But I want to show you the tree that I think is going to Freiburg Fair. And I want to start taking care of that early. Last year I just kind of picked one, put it together. I didn't really read the rules, and I know I lost some points. And I ended up getting 5th place. And I'm pretty sure that if I had paid attention to the rules and got some simple things like crown height and tree trunk, things like that, I really could have done better if I had shaken it out, you know, simple stuff. So it's down here in this block, and I marked it with a red tag. So we gotta look for a red tag. Where did I put it? It's down here somewhere. Oh, there it is. There's a lot in here that could go. There are some nice trees. Really proud of. Okay, so here it is. So I'll end up sharing what I do to it. We'll make a good video and kind of show what we can do to make a nice award-winning balsam fir Christmas tree. So that could be the one. I want to get out here very soon and get it basil pruned. I'm going to like hand clip it, like very lightly shear it. But that beautiful blue color, it's definitely a bracted balsam fir as far as I can tell. Make sure that my leader gets hardened up. See if we can't win a ribbon for Quinn's Tree Farm. That one might be a winner too. All right. So I got the FPV drone out and I wanted to show you the newest field at Quinn's Tree Farm. This is a field a couple miles up the road. We put 500 MCTA balsam and bracted balsams in these, and the plan is to have upwards of 5,000 or 6,000 trees here. We need to prep this area here for next year's plantings, where I'd like to get 1,000 more trees in, but it's pretty hard pan soil where it's been hayed for the last couple of decades. I really am looking forward to seeing this field grow. As you can see, I work really hard on the young ones to keep the grass down and get those bands of herbicide in there so that we can keep those areas clean. So that concludes our tour 2023 of Quinn's Tree Farm. You know, I'd really rather feel bad in Maine than feel good anywhere else. And there we go, my friends. I will see you soon.